That's a good way to start live.
Is it even playing?
Yeah, we're live.
Is it playing?
I'm not hearing the sound, no. Anyways, it's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam, your truth until dawn. Right now, we got a message to all of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, America, another day closer to victory. And for all you out there on or behind the enemy lines, this is your song.
And podcast.
I don't know why we didn't just do that in the first place. So, welcome everyone to the Daily Gun Show. Got a little special on location show today.
Yeah, you might want to mute that.
I guess I'll do all of G-Web spiel here. So, today's episode is... What?
Go ahead, Smeggy.
Oh, okay. I was just going to do your little spiel, but you're so much better at it than I am.
Okay, so this is our Daily Gun Show. We come to you every day at 7, well, normally every day at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. Today we're a little bit early. Like Smeggy said, we're on location. We run it live on YouTube, and we simulcast it over at gunchannels.com. I'm assuming we did that today. Thank you.
That's it, man. I mean,
Yeah, there you go. We got
Jimmy
Heavy with
James.
us today. We got Jimmy, and longtime winner to the Detective Pop Quiz. Angry American. So we all went out shooting out here in Phoenix, got halfway between Phoenix and Tucson. We're done, and now we're at a really noisy Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
So feel free to mute us whenever you need to.
Yeah, like I said, it's not that bad. We just kind of hear shuffling in the background or whatever, but I think it's okay.
Yeah, when you start eating, we might want to mute.
Don't get checked. It's working, so it's, or it's on there. Check it out.
So, all right. Well, this is episode 331, and we like to start the show by seeing if anything happened overnight, or in this case, over the weekend. So, did anything happen over the weekend?
Oh, it is Monday, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is Monday. Yep.
Didn't Batman?
Adam West passed away. I thought that was last Thursday or Friday. I think we mentioned it, but if not, yeah, that happened at some point recently.
I think it was Saturday or Friday or something.
Well, since we're talking about that, I wanted to dedicate today's show to Emil Frenzy, the host of the Voices of the West radio show. We used to broadcast that on gun channels on Saturday afternoons. He was a radio show host out of Tucson. Excellent show. He would bring on people that had been involved in the movies that were filmed out here, the Westerns. A lot of times the music from those shows. And then, of course, the guns. And these guys were old guys. They would geek out the same way we geek out over on gun channels, talking about modern stuff. They would talk about the guns that they saw in those movies and just all kinds of neat stuff. So they were a real inspiration for me when I first started all this stuff. Anyway, on the 7th, Emil passed, and that was pretty shitty. I just found out about it this weekend.
Yeah, that's too bad.
It was a great show. I loved the show.
It's just kind of a reminder that, some of the good stuff that we're used to is starting to go away.
Yeah, it doesn't always stay forever, so act now. You don't always have it tomorrow to do that stuff that you were going to do.
There is no tomorrow, Rock. There is no tomorrow.
Then I'll also say on the more positive side, yesterday, June 11th, was the 65th anniversary of the Green Berets. So they were formed in 1952, and that's service. Sorry, Heavy.
Well, Marines are still better, but that's okay. I do like the Green Berets. They're almost Marines. No, I got nothing but football. Weren't you saying it's Predator Day too?
It's what? Oh, it's also Predator Day, they're saying. It was 30 years ago today that the movie Predator came out.
Oh, cool. Kind of like the Predator. He was scary.
What was that?
I like the Predator. He was scary.
Yeah, the Predator, for when it came out, it was definitely an intimidating creature. I mean, hell, even Arnold was scared.
Well, all right. Do we want to just dig into the show here then, or
Let's do it.
is there anything else?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm guessing you don't have the show notes open, so you want me to?
No, I just figured out I don't have Wi-Fi on my computer here. I had to figure out the moment she comes back, I'll see if we got a Wi-Fi password and I'll try to access it. So this is how we're running it. Got the laptop on a chair here. Got Heavy, Angry, Jimmy. Jimmy's the host of the Early Watch almost every single weekday morning. Heavy's
Yeah,
on Friday afternoons. Angry, of course, the permanent winner of the Texas Pop Quiz. You're reigning champion right now, I think. Like, you get to my internet, we'll see how many. I think it's like 42 or something wins. So we've been thinking about having a challenge the master type of tactical quiz today.
Whose Google flu is stronger? It was like between
Yeah, I like
all this time,
And we're at a Cracker Barrel.
What's our first subject anyway, guys? What are we talking about? What is
Well,
it?
at the beginning of the week, we always go over what's coming up for the week. Actually, something I think is worth mentioning that happened over the weekend. We had our scheduling show for Patreons and everything, and only me and G-Web showed up. There was a couple people in the text chat, but no one else joined into the video call. So we took it upon ourselves to decide to rearrange some of the topics, like on which days they show up, and kind of move some stuff around. So hopefully you guys will like the new format. Leave comments or whatever and let us know, or send us emails, dailygunshow@gmail.com. We basically tried to put a bunch of similar things together instead of having kind of a random order for the topics. So today like I said, we got this week. That's the first segment. Then how to use social media, and then we'll do events. Let's see. Tuesday, Second Amendment issues, getting the upper hand on anti-gunners. We have an open spot. We never did figure out how to fill that. And then we have the state of the state, which there's no state typed in there, so there'll be some state. I don't know. We'll figure that part out. So Tuesdays is definitely more, activism, Second Amendment thing.
The state for this week is probably over on the old schedule tab. We just didn't move it all over yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to get all confused too much. And then Wednesday, we went with that's the more lighthearted day. So we started with entertainment, good idea, bad idea, the hashtag showdown. Thursday, we got CCW. Really, we're talking about that thing again? CCW stash? Come on. Those things are dumb. We all know that. The gun stuff, training. Friday, we'll have gun tech, gun biz, and alternative gun topics. We also have a movie of the day, and we like to give you that ahead of time so you can do your homework and watch it. So you have Smoking Aces, Hard Target, Training Day, The Rock, and The Rundown. Those are the movies for this week. And then we'll have Gun Shop and Gun of the Day and all that stuff.
Sounds good.
So that's...
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
oh no, but please continue.
Well, I was just trying to think of something to say, so...
Me too, so don't feel bad.
Asked her to turn down the music a little bit.
Huh?
I asked her to turn down the music a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, well, it was a fun day at the range. I mean, we got together, shot some guns. I got to shoot Jimmy's G30.
Oh, how was that?
I'm guessing it was fun.
Yeah, I think you're just getting their food.
Lance, anything else?
Tabasco sauce?
Right back.
Thank you. Heavy wins, or I mean angry wins.
Oh yeah, that is.
No.
Yeah.
Every second matters for Don, but no.
Because we got junk food. Well, I think we all got junk food.
Yeah, that looks like a real healthy dinner you guys got there.
What?
That looks like a real healthy dinner y'all have there.
But we just got done eating like Mexican food, so
Yeah.
we came over here for better internet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I see. All right, so I think that wraps up the first segment there, right?
How much do you think this should cost?
No idea.
Yeah. How much do you think these fries should cost?
I don't know, a couple bucks.
How much?
I don't know, a couple bucks.
70. 270.
$270.
Oh, that must be a fancy Cracker Barrel.
That was probably cheaper.
His is like 1,500 or something like that.
Yeah. I don't even know how much that cost. Damn.
These are like 560.
Really?
Well, that's Oprah.
They
And the okra is like $10 for a bowl of okra.
So are we done with the week? Or are we going to the second one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so. But
I don't think do we have a member today in there?
yeah, I just tossed one in there, so that's what I was just about to say before we get into the second segment. Or do you have one you want to do?
Yeah, I want to do angry, sitting right here.
Okay, fine.
Plus he just slipped me a $10 bill.
See?
But every day we do like between the first and second segment of our show, we like to feature one of the members over at Gun Channels. And Gun Channels is a place we built a while back. It's a community focused on firearms. Every once in a while, we get together like this in real life. And Angry, you're from Pennsylvania, so this is quite a drive to get out here to Tucson. And then you were out here for the weekend, and now it's Monday, and we went out and got some shooting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're active on all the stuff, and now obviously you're traveling around. So we built Gun Channels for, so we can get to know people, keep networks up. When we need to fight, we'll have people in the game. So, yeah, thanks for being there. Thanks for all your support with it.
No problem.
Yeah, I gotta say, I really like Angry. I think he's a cool guy. Even if he does win the tactical quiz all the time when I'm trying to win, but that's okay.
So you're on one side and you're on the other side.
Okay.
Yep. You were winning too much.
Yeah,
snake.
angry.
We're on the show now.
Yeah, I had to just forfeit because I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So I figured I'd just join the show so that I couldn't win the pop quiz every day.
I appreciate that, Smeggy.
He says that cockily. Well, is that even a word?
No.
I know you say that a lot in California, probably. We don't say that in Arizona.
Wow, this gun deal feels cockily.
You're.
I think that's a popular San Francisco term.
Well, it is part Canadian, so I guess it's possible.
And Rock Humper's out there in the YouTube side saying that he's from PA with an exclamation point. So
Oh, really?
that's
Have you
pretty
been in
neat.
stories yet?
No, no.
Water.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
Meetup.
So did you guys all trade your trading cards today? Or you probably
I'm pretty sure I lost all, or else I sold them all to Rick. Thanks.
It's a conspiracy.
well, you guys already met you once before. I just was figured for Angry.
This is the first time I've met anybody.
Well, now you need to get at least 3 of them.
I'll go ahead and set the check down, but I'll still come check on if you need anything, okay?
Right.
Well, thank
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome.
I'll take a Mountain Dew.
Oh, sorry. My glass.
I guess this episode's sponsored by Tabasco. We put that shit on everything. Anyways,
Tabasco. Smeggy
All right.
keeps trying to get us sponsored by Mountain Dew so he'll get free stuff.
I sure am trying. So, all right, I guess we can jump into our second topic here.
Give us code red.
I'd be okay with Code Red. I like the regular better, but that's fine.
But yeah, let's go on to the second topic.
Okay, so second topic, how to use social media. Today's topic is, does the number of different platforms dilute the message with the repetition required?
What was it?
Does the number of different platforms dilute the message with the repetition required?
Interesting.
As in, you post the same thing on Facebook, Instagram, make a YouTube, put it on gun channels, put it here, put it there, whatever. And if someone's following you on all those different things, they see the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're following you on all the medias. They kind of have to expect that.
Well,
that's the question. I'm not saying it yes or no. That's what the topic is.
It's being beneficial to spread it out to people that aren't following you or something like that. I mean, putting it on different platforms, but yeah, other than that, I couldn't see it getting.
besides,
I don't really think so, because like you're saying heavy, there's not that many people that are going to follow Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, right? People are going to see something. If they have followed you on something else and they've already seen it, they're just going to pass by it. So I don't think it's going to annoy people. If you were putting the same thing up daily or something, that having it on cross platforms is good. It's definitely beneficial as far as the internet's concerned, because now you've got that message on various platforms. If they're all linking back to the same place, that's like a bunch of anchors pulling that thing up there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think so. And I do think you have different audiences. There are some people that only use Twitter, or some people that only use Facebook, or only YouTube, or whatever. So you're reaching all of those people. And then the other part of it, if you do see it a bunch, they say someone's got to hear something like 3 times before it even sticks in their brain anyways. Here was Tuesday, 7 o'clock. So, it's like that way, because I've done that before where I'll see something like, oh, that's interesting or whatever, and kind of flip through it. And then like the 3rd or 4th time I see it reposted, I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty important. Like it takes a little bit to kind of click in. So yeah, I don't think it hurts the message at all. If anything, it strengthens the message. And like you said, if it gets annoying or you're seeing the same thing 5,000 times, you just flip by it real quick. But either you care about, at that point, you either care about it or you don't. It's not going to make you go from caring about it, say, you know what, on second thought, I don't care about the Second Amendment. It's dumb because I've seen it too many times. Like you'll still be passionate for it.
Now, if you take that over from the Second Amendment and put it into like buy this WYSIWYG or garbage, then I'll go, no, like that's it. How much money do they have for advertising? I'm done.
exactly. But the reason to do that in the advertising world is so they can get more people.
Yeah.
More eyes on their commercials means more purchasing.
Yeah, 6 people that see it once and buy.
Yeah.
Who cares if one person sees it 4 times? It doesn't.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what's the odds of how many people are really seeing it 4 times and making that decision?
Well, that's interesting. We got a comment out there from Enrique saying that the NRA overdoes it. So maybe he sees that same kind of thing. It's like, and now that he mentions it, I guess there have been times where I'm like, okay, enough, like whatever. But again, it's never been something that I've already agreed with and then said, well, now I don't care. It's been something like, whatever, when they're doing some drive or whatever, it's like, yeah, they're exaggerating. That's not really that big of a deal. And then when you see that a whole bunch, since you've already decided that it's not really that big of a deal, like I don't really care about that, then yeah, it can get annoying when you see it a bunch of times.
Yeah, but then on the flip side, a lot of people that see something and go, oh yeah, I'm interested in that, and then forget about it.
Yeah, it reminds them.
And then they see it again. And and a lot of times they'll just continue, and eventually through repetition, people will be like, oh yeah, I should do that.
What about the hearing protection, or wait, the NFA one, repeal the NFA, the stupid petition? that one was round and round and round, and then it kicked off.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it's in-
Those are some things that can't be shared enough. You know, that's the type of thing. But
Clear the area so you guys can see.
oh, is this a,
That's an oil.
Jimmy can't get over
yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh my god.
I was amazed when we first came in here, man.
He was just like walking around, like, look over here.
A lot, dog.
Like Jimmy was just thawed from ice in the ice age.
I woke up in the 1700s.
So are we done with the second one?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much more there's to say about that. We're doing too good today. We're just knocking these things out of the park left and right.
Right away.
You're
Well,
welcome.
Sometimes
It's becoming
eat the bear, sometimes bear eats you.
What's that, Bob?
I say sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear eats you.
I'm not familiar with that crazy Canadian slang or saying. I don't really know what that means.
Sometimes it doesn't.
I'm gonna get that. With a kid.
sometimes you eat the bear eats you.
It's from there's a movie with a kid. Or no, it's from a TV show. That
I'm not-
Weeds TV show. Have you ever seen that show, Weeds?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There's an
yeah.
episode where the
Yep.
kids go.
All right,
right,
so
well-
this actually this was brought up a couple times here, so I guess I'll bring it up since we did just briefly mention like the Hearing Protection Act, even though you were talking about the NFA thing. And I'm not quite sure what Rock Humper's talking about, but he's saying that the Hearing Protection Act has been combined into the Share Act.
What?
That's what Rock Humper said. The Hearing Protection Act has been combined with the Share Act. And I have no idea what the Share Act is. This is news to me.
We talking about like shunning share or like here, I'm gonna share my fries with you.
Either
Yeah,
way,
like
it's
I'm gonna share stuff. I don't know. It was written to be stronger language. Okay. I don't know.
Stronger anti-language or stronger for it?
Well, if you think about it, you rename it to something like share.
Share.
Like fool the libtards. And you're like, oh, they want to share stuff, and then say, okay. And
Yeah, or
It's
something
actually
made up to
done-
make us think that it's like, oh, we're just going to share. It's okay. Go
Yeah.
for this bill. And then we go for it. And
exactly.
The Sportsman Heritage and Recreational Enhancement Act of 2013. What? So did they just redo it or something? They must have. I'm
Maybe
seeing
that-
stuff from 2016. I don't see any new news on that. So I'm
Yeah, I don't
not
either.
going to comment till I know what the heck we're talking about here.
Well, they were probably, they're like, well, nobody's talking about it anymore, so let's just drop it and move on.
Well, I don't see the ASA, the American Suppressor Association. I don't see them laying off.
No.
That's the industries that are dying that are
Yeah.
needing this to go through, right? So I'm assuming they would probably, if they were involved at all, if it wasn't taken from them, then they would assume this is a better way to go. Like you're
Right.
saying, maybe it's like, hey, if it's dead in the water, let's give it a new life, a new name. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Roll it into something else.
Call it into hunting or something,
Yeah.
because there's already a lot of states that allow hunting.
well, a lot of people I know
suppressors.
too don't even want to deal with suppressors because they don't want to deal with the tax stamps. They don't want to deal with that. So, I mean, that might get more industry.
Yeah, he said it was on the ASA website, so I'm trying to check it out now. It's kind of hard to be doing a bunch of stuff all at once here, but
So you do your best, Smeggy. We don't expect a lot from you.
yeah, that's good. So I will under deliver. But yeah. So, anyways, I just figured I'd bring that up since, like I said, he said it a couple times, and we had a little bit of time here since we whipped through those first couple topics real quick.
Well, I guess we can go back and address that second one a little bit. If we're concerned that we're putting a message out there that is going to be get people to roll their eyes, or if you're worried about it's over, then just alter it a little bit, right? do it from attack an issue from one angle on one platform and from another angle on another platform, so that each adds to the overall conversation or something, or each gives it maybe a different perspective or a different way of getting to the conclusion, and then that way everybody has an interest in just watching it over, since it's not literally just a repeat.
Yeah. And spiking the interest, that'd be, that's like the first step.
I actually see kind of like people might see that you're posting something about the same subject, even if it is from a different angle, and think, oh, I've already watched that video.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Your phone's about to buzz again.
What was that? What?
So your phone's about to buzz again. I just replied to Daniel, and I forgot it was a group thing.
Oh, it's hitting things. Sorry.
Jimmy.
We're on a group. We're all talking to each other.
So I went to the ASA website, and they still have a big banner at the top that says support the Hearing Protection Act. Click here to contact your people, your representatives. I don't see if there's like a news thing or something. I'm trying to figure this out.
Oh, we got 3 phones.
Oh, here we go. Yep. Hearing Protection Act language incorporated into comprehensive sportsman package as of June 12th.
Can I follow you around, lady?
Can I just shadow you? Totally skipped us.
Oh, it's because we're sitting here talking. She didn't want to be rude.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's just drop creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just sitting.
We got nights, evidently.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on the.
Yeah, if you go to their blog, it's over there.
Okay.
There's Dano.
I hadn't made it that far.
Daniel finally showed up.
From the great state of Illinois, it's Dano.
Yes, Maggie, you didn't introduce everybody.
Oh, well. What can I say? I'm not the best host.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Dano from Illinois, G-Web from Arizona. I think G-Web, you already introduced who's there. And you got me from Canada. I'm actually sitting in a national park looking at trees and animal stuff.
How cool is it that there's a guy from Pennsylvania, a guy who just moved from California, and us two sitting in a place in Arizona. Smeggie's somewhere in Michigan. Bob's up in some national park in Canada. Who knows how many of the people are watching or
That's
wherever.
awesome. And nobody would have ever met before. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just using telephones, sitting here in a restaurant, having a live conversation. Pretty neat.
It is.
That is pretty amazing.
Oh, so you guys from YouTube or from gun channels? You consider yourself? You say you know them? I'm like, yeah.
Seriously, how often do you talk to your own family? Right?
Exactly.
Sure, thank you.
So yeah, so no, I'm good. Right? Thanks. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird that it's good weird that we can use.
We live in amazing times, where you can do this. Just imagine, like 20 years ago, who would have even thought you'd be able to do this? I mean, they used to talk about you'd be able to have video phones. They talked about that back in the 50s.
Well, people had pen pals, remember, right?
Yeah.
So, and then sometimes you just get, I remember in school, they'd say here's your pen pal from whatever. And then so there was ways to talk to people. And I know that's always been an interesting thing for people. Shit. Remember when you were getting in, when you're doing your in-processing? Dan can remember this. When you get in the military, you get in processed and you wait until there's a whole class full or whatever.
Yeah.
So you sit around talking to people. Most guys in the military are young, right? And most of them haven't been away from home before.
Yeah.
So you're sitting around bullshitting and, what do they call a sandwich where you are? What do they call a Coke? There's that element whenever people get together that are drawn together from different places. So just that we willingly went to it and nobody's yelling at me.
Yeah. So it's very true.
Yeah. So, anyways, going back to this hearing protection thing or the Sportsman Heritage Act, I'm not sure this means that the Hearing Protection Act is dead. I think they just added this also, but It's basically a list of like hunting and fishing, wide-ranging like changes or whatever. And then in section 1702, remove suppressors from NFA. 1703, ensure suppressors remain legal in all 42 states they're currently legal. Prevent them from levying taxes or registration requirements on suppressors. There's a bunch of other stuff that. So again, I think they just kind of threw it all in there because it's a bipartisan bill that is about hunting and fishing or whatever.
Exactly.
So
But I don't think that means for sure that like the Hearing Protection Act, they said, okay, we give up on that. Like they might still put that through just in case the other one doesn't go through.
Right.
But are you saying they paralleled all the pieces of the Hearing Protection Act into that share one?
Yeah.
So
they added it into section 1702 through 1706.
And is it just for hunting? Is it a stipulation that's just for hunting, or is that for everybody?
Well, it's actually, if you think about it, it's actually kind of smart. If you go after hunting, even most anti-gunners are like, well, hunters, they hunt. So, and it's something that's going to make it less noisy or
less annoying to other people, right?
But yeah,
it's like a hunt. That's different than you can have a suppressor.
Yeah. So to answer your question, G-Webs, the language says remove suppressors from the NFA. So it doesn't say allow suppressors for hunting or whatever. It would cover all of it. They just put it in there because it's kind of related.
Okay.
And even like, okay, we've talked about this many times before. Even amongst the gun community, you have your different sections. You have the hunters, you have the wheel gun guys, you have a little bit of everything. But most people are cool with hunters. So if we can get all the two-way people to their issues with each other and go, oh, okay, we're doing it for hunting, then that's going to be a bonus for everybody. And it's more likely to get through because you're throwing it under hunting and people are thinking bolt action rifles and things like that.
Right. And like I said, it's section 1705 or whatever. So who knows what page that's on. And they just skim these things.
Yeah. If they even look at them. Most politicians just have somebody read it and then tell them whether it would be good or not, according to their platform beliefs.
We just need to get a hold of all the congresspersons, aides, and like pay them off or something. Just say, yeah, sign this, it's good.
Well, I was just thinking.
I mean, that's how the Clintons do it, right?
There's another way to look at it. Another way to look at it is if it just by suppressors by itself, they can say no, because who are we going to piss off? Nobody. But if they're going to put it in with a hunting one that a bunch of hunters already want, and they can't just go no, because now they're going to piss off a bunch of hunters, and a bunch of hunters might be like, we don't care about the suppressor part, but you're not canceling the rest of this. So maybe we get more advocates that way. People that maybe don't care about our suppressors.
Yeah, it hits everybody on a situation like that. I think it's a very smart plan of attack because like hunters are going to support common sense gun laws, shit like that. Hear the ear quotes for you guys. So I mean, if we can get it in through a hunting venue, then it still accomplishes the same thing. We still get the same goal, and it's more likely to succeed, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think it's a really good idea. I'm going to agree with what you just said, man. That's by putting it in with a bill that's also got a lot to do with sporting use of firearms and hunting. You make it harder for them to vote against it.
Right. Well, that's just what they do with like, the budget or something. Like, okay, we have to pay for schools and roads and all this other stuff. And, there's a little piece in here that says, blah, 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 whatever. Like, you're going to pass the thing anyways. That's how they get all their little pet projects and pay off all their friends and all that kind of stuff.
Yep. So let's use what they use to get their graft through, and let's use it to get some good laws through. Great idea.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it'll be cool if it goes through. I don't like that they're doing it a little, I don't want to say underhanded, but it kind of is, right? So, I mean, like we said, it is kind of a trick. And, I would rather it be everyone just says, you know what? Suppressors are like important. They're a good safety feature for your hearing. And like, there's no reason they should ever have been not illegal, but been regulated in the first place. Like, I would love it for just the whole country was like
Yeah.
pro Second Amendment and pro freedom, but I'll take what I can get. So I'm not complaining.
Yeah, see, the problem
I hear you.
with
But
just
it-
having it as suppressors is so many of the public think silencers, assassins, and all they're going to hear is a if you can even hear that. And that's not what suppressors do. But we know that. The general public doesn't, so they have to kind of put this in here so the general public suppressors what sounds like something you put up your bum. I don't care.
That's a good point with
Yeah.
Smeggy, that I'd rather have everyone realize that we're better off just trusting our neighbor. But if we can get it through, and it does the same as concealed carries have done, where people had concerns, unwarranted concerns, valid, that people would be blood in the street or whatever. Now we have, oh, it just restarted.
Like Illinois. Oh, wrong.
Stop the charging goods.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. Yeah. So I think we solved it. I really think we do.
I guess so. That's what we call a topic ambush.
Well, what are we going to do for the oh, you know what we should talk about? We should talk about the Tucson Old West cards. Not Tucson, but the Old West cards.
Yeah. You mean like the thing I just typed in there? Because I was like, oh, crap, we need a second thing. Yeah, I think so.
That would be what I was thinking, yeah. We should talk about those.
So.
Because really cool. And it looks like they're going to be made in Texas, which is even cooler. I really like the idea they're made in Texas. Because, you know, what's more cowboy than Texas, even if it's not as cowboy as you might think. But
Yeah, so if for people who don't know what we're talking about, as Bob was saying, yeah, it's the Old West playing cards. It's on Kickstarter right now. G-Web's set it up and got all the artwork and all that kind of stuff. It's actually doing pretty darn good. It is funded, so they will be made, but the more money that people bring in, the cooler stretch goals we can get.
yeah, I mean, we made one stretch goal, which was to get them made in America. So that was really cool. And I think there's if we get all the stretch goals, that's just going to be a bonus for not just, you know, gun channels and the cards and everything, but it's going to be a bonus for the people who get them. Because stretch goals mean extra stuff, right? I think
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's what we got the point with getting patches and stickers and stuff like that, which that was pretty cool. So now that's that same amount of money that you pledged, instead of just getting a deck of cards, you're also getting patches and stickers. And thank you, Mr. Knives. I was trying to get that link out there, but he got it for me. What the heck? Oh, it's in there. No, it's not. Okay, apparently the Daily Gun Show can't post on YouTube a link. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, if you're over on YouTube, I guess just look for it. You can get it. You can see it over on Gun Channels. It's all over the place. The other thing, I don't know. I guess we lost them guys completely or something. But anyways, one of the cool things, G-Webs is going to be on We Like Shooting tonight, and partly kind of to promote the deck and all that stuff. But I'm sure they'll talk about all sorts of crazy things. So.
Oh, cool. That means I'll have to watch it.
Okay,
That's all right.
There we go. I guess G-Web's battery died. Oops, that's not the link. Okay, I just sent Angry a link to the Kickstarter. I don't think that's what he was asking for. I think he was asking for the join link so they can try and come back.
Okay. Dano, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can barely hear you. Your mic is really low.
Can you hear me now? Is that any better?
A little bit.
A little bit. Any better?
Yep.
Yeah, you seem fine.
Okay.
All right.
I just don't where we're at topic wise, so that's why I just stayed quiet.
Well, we were talking about the Old West playing cards. That was our second break. So we're on break 2. So next up is going to be events. But we lost G-Web's, I guess his battery went dead. So him, Jimmy, Heavy, and Angry are all sitting in a restaurant in a Cracker Barrel today. So kind of a cool meetup. So we're doing live. Well, they were live. They'll be back. I think he's just got to get a cord or a battery for his phone. But what have you been up to, Dano? Anything interesting that happened to you this weekend?
Just working.
Okay. Didn't get robbed or have one of those angry Uber customers that embarrasses themselves?
There's always a couple of interesting characters, but
do you have cameras in your video? Do you have cameras in your car?
I don't, but I should.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. If I was you, man, I'd get one of those that it just goes below your mirror and it shoots out the front so you can see where you're driving, and then it shoots out the back so that you could actually aim that at the passengers. Be a good idea.
All right,
Okay,
looks like we got Heavy back.
Yo, what's going on? Yeah,
right.
We're all here.
Yeah, we're still out here, but
Oh, I think the camera's on the wrong side.
no, there's no cameras off.
Yeah,
Yeah, the camera's off. That's fine. We don't need to see your ugly mug.
No kidding. I've met him. I don't need to see him again.
Yeah, it's going the wrong way.
Oh man, Heavy's all breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Hold on a second here.
Wow, you look tired, bro.
Yeah, a little bit.
Freedom overload or what?
I've been working a lot.
I thought maybe it's too much freedom.
No such thing.
So, new job
Right.
working.
Can you hear us better now?
Yeah, you're coming through much better now.
Since we're on my phone, it's going to be the signal based. So, all right.
Okay.
I think I was saying that if they were able to sweet-talk it in under the hunting thing and we get suppressors legal, then or more available, then we'll see a period of years where nothing ever happens with a suppressor bad, and then everyone will say, oh, well, yeah, obviously suppressors aren't that big a deal. They make the gun longer, and they make the gun hotter, and you can't put them back in your pants after you shoot it. And they're not that quiet, and all those other things are very real.
You know, that's a really good. I never thought of that, but yeah, those things get hot real fast. And the idea that you would just tuck it into your waistband, I've never thought of that. Yeah, you're not sneaking away easily with that thing hidden.
Well, not in your pants.
No,
Not really like hot things attached to you for a while.
yeah, that would hurt.
So, what was that, Dano?
I was just saying it's not really intended to be used multiple shots, then holstered it. Unless you're at the range.
Yeah.
Oh, that's on their side. We can't do Dano.
Oh yeah.
So Maggie could try to turn out Dano. Or Dano could talk louder. So it's fancy mixer.
Yeah, I don't know. He got louder when you guys were not in here, and then he decided to get quieter again when you're here. I think he's scared.
Oh.
Or something. But basically, all he said was that suppressors weren't designed for shooting multiple shots and then putting it in a holster or whatever. And I would say, yeah, I guess I kind of agree with you on that. My point is just I was agreeing with G-Webs of saying that that's what people think they can be done, and the fact is, no, you're going to burn the heck out of yourself if you're, a sneaky spy or something. Then you just put your suppressor away it's gonna burn you.
You have a really big thick leather holster, then it's just going to get hot.
Yeah.
Well, it might get tasty.
Yes. You could wrap it with bacon, and then not only would you have the suppressor, but you would have a tasty snack after you're done shooting.
And you have breakfast while you shoot.
Like, I smell
Actual
something grilling.
bacon, but not ham.
Well, speaking of stuff smoking, you want to talk about the movie of the day, Smoking Aces?
Oh, nice segue. Hey.
I know. I might be a crappy host at the beginning, but I score the bonus points. So, you guys seen this movie? I have no idea what it is. But that's no surprise.
I have seen it. I just don't. It just doesn't. You know, I remember I've seen that movie, but nothing stands out in it.
Is it like a cowboy movie or something?
No, it is the movie about the. It's like a weird
Like
like
Hitman.
there's like multiple like people that it follows. So it's like it's one of those movies where you see the action happening from various points of view, and it's they put a hit out on a guy who's at the penthouse of a Reno hotel. And then it's all these different groups of hitmen that go after him. One of them is a bunch of lesbians with a 50 BMG in the next building over. One of them is the crazy guy who gets weird with that like Chaco kid in the bathtub. His hands get cut off or something. And then there's the like crazy Nazi weirdos and the chainsaws and all that. I think you're thinking of a different movie, Bob, because this movie is crazy, like fast-paced and extreme and odd. So
Lots of guns.
Wasn't it it seemed very Quentin Tarantino.
Except
for better. Exactly.
No, I remember seeing it now, and I think I was just thinking Smoking Aces. It was an airplane farce, but that was.
Wait a minute. I actually might have seen this. I just looked it up on IMDb. Yeah, when a Las Vegas performer turned snitch named Buddy Israel, that's the part that triggers. Like, that seems familiar. Decides to turn state evidence and testify against the mob. It seems a whole lot of people would like to make sure he's no longer breathing. It's got Ryan Reynolds, Ray Liotta, Jeremy Piven.
Oh, can I get another iced tea, please?
Oh, it must be a good movie then. It's got Ryan Reynolds in it.
I guess.
Well, I like him. I think he's a good actor. But
Can you get out of here?
the heck, all dudes. Like, I'm not seeing a single lady yet in the credits.
Two of the
I'm
hitmen
assuming
are-
there's ladies in the movie.
Yeah, there's the Alicia Keys and the lesbian friend across the street.
Black rappers, weren't they? Black rap stars turned actresses or something.
Yeah,
As
I
well?
don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I saw the second one. It was.
I think they were still following the same dude.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it had lots of shooting in it. I mean, I kind of like the 50 BMG where she just,
It has a bunch of good old-fashioned, wholesome family fun in it.
oh yeah.
Good family.
It shows how inadequate 9mm is when security guys are using it on the three crazy guys with chainsaws.
Well, they just didn't take headshots. That's all.
But I think as far as our segment, we try to remind people of a movie that you might not have seen in a while. I think that's a unique movie in a way. I mean, it might not be your taste. You know, there's a lot of weird drug stuff and prostitute stuff and just weirdness. But as far as gun movies go, I thought it took them in a different direction. It was just a kind of a weird comedy-ish, like say Quentin Tarantino, except not more easier to deal with instead of being so.
See, and it's like, have you guys ever mentioned the Boondock Saints?
I think we might.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. But yeah, I'd give it 2 thumbs up.
Oh yeah, 2 thumbs up for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's an experience. Like I say, you may not love it, but it's a different type of movie from most other movies.
It's definitely, if you're sitting around and you're bored, you need something to watch to get you. You got that kick for an action flick. Get something to put in, then just chill out. Invite friends over and have fun.
Yeah, making fun of their gun handling.
What was that, Bob?
So you can sit around and make fun of their gun handling and go, "Oh, that wouldn't have worked." A lot of the times it was kind of
It seems like as far as guns go, it's all a lot of the standard movie guns. Remember when we did that, like, most popular movie guns or whatever? H&K 45, Beretta 92, 1911, Desert Eagle, Glock 17, Glock 19, SIG 226, a 232, a Sphinx, and a Jericho. And there's a handful of revolvers, Model 500, Model 642, 640, 629, bunch of Smith & Wessons, and one Colt Official Police. Barrett carbine, grease gun, a Sten gun. There's some pretty cool rifles.
So just all around a
Each
good
of the
old-fashioned.
hitmen had like their own style, right? Like
Yeah,
the one
yeah,
guy was
yeah.
kind of normal. The one the Nazis were all weird with the like old World War II-ish subguns, and then one guy in 1911 and the 50s.
Yeah, it was kind of strange, but yeah, fun, interesting. For sure. Yeah, that's a decent movie of the day. I think that's a good gun movie. If you just
It's like a video game.
Yeah,
In a
seriously.
movie. Yeah. Because you have different
trying to
guys
get
at
to the
different levels. You
levels
get to
and
different
shit.
bosses, and they have different weapons.
Very much.
Right. Well, I think that takes us to events.
Well, I was thinking we'd do gun shop of the day first.
Okay.
If you can click on my window, Smeg. Today, Bob, did you put this in here? Wolverine supplies from Manitoba.
Yes, I did. Yeah. It's an
I'll let you know.
amazing gun shop. Yeah. It's an amazing gun shop that's like just in this little town. And they've got like, you wouldn't believe, you walk in the shop and it's all this World War II stuff, because the guy who started the shop was a gun collector, and he had all this World War II full auto stuff, which he still has. They have their own gun range there. It's a nice size shop. It's like on his own property. It's on basically his farm, and it was just outside of town. And so it's like a couple miles outside of this little town in Burden, Manitoba. And it's one of the most incredible gun shops ever. And they've got a really big online shop as well. They bring in VZ58s. They bring in furniture for them. They do all kinds of cool guns and stuff. But it's a very interesting story. It's a very interesting place. So
It looks like it opened in 1976.
Yep. Yeah, it's been there a long time. I mean, it's a fixture, right? But it's so cool. You go out and he's got his own gun range that he shoots full autos on.
This is in Canada?
Yeah, Manitoba.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's one of the, like, there were so many people in Canada that had full autos, and they were considered gun collectors. So when they did make them illegal, they had to grandfather them in. So these guys still can own them and shoot them if they have their own gun range, basically.
I like the ratio of the staff.
Oh yeah, yep. And that it's a nice staff. Really good people, and like I say, this is a big operation in the middle of small town Manitoba, in the middle of the province, kind of. About 30 miles from where I normally stay, so about a half-hour drive from my sister's place.
That's not bad.
So it's really cool. Like, I didn't even know it was there. I found it online and was buying stuff off them online, and then realized, oh, wait a minute, this is just like 30 minutes away.
Yet it still took a week and a half for the Canadian mail to drive your product over on the horses.
Yeah, kind of. Well, yeah, because they have to ship it, and it goes to a major shipping center to be distributed, and it's really stupid.
I guess you missed part. I'll just make fun of Canada because you have horses, because your police ride around on horses.
Oh yeah, man, all the time. They're great for crowd control. That's why you guys use all that crowd control.
Canada still has the Pony Express.
No, we use trucks, trains, planes, automobiles.
Okay.
We still get delivery though.
So do
Sorry.
you know, if you're trying to move the cursor on the screen, don't look at Dano's cursor on the screen, because it...
I agree. Dano never clicks at what you want to click on.
All right, I get to try and figure out how to ban someone on YouTube. This will be fun.
Oh, cool, man. Anyway, Dino, what do you like? This is an amazing gun shop out in the middle of nowhere. that has like on the walls. You go in and it's got full auto German World War I machine guns and stuff that are still active. And he's got like display cases with Thompson. I don't know if you can show any of those pictures, Dano, but those showcases he's got in the store are amazing.
Let's see. The ones that I see, like we can show some of these videos.
Yeah.
You guys there?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the video.
Like the
Yeah,
video is super quiet. We can't really hear what he's saying, but we can use the video to see. Yeah, he's got some cool guns behind him there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And these are they have everything there, from the old historical stuff. They've got old gun trade-ins, and just incredible stuff. But I just wish we could get a view just of the shop. I thought they had a picture thing of just what the shop looks like.
Okay, I guess I'm not so good at blocking people on here. That's interesting.
Charles is back.
I know. I thought I blocked them, but apparently I didn't.
No, I saw you.
So we got a troll, huh?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just fucking stupid YouTube people.
Pretty good.
And I guess that's just another view of this exact same.
Well,
Yeah, it's kind of what. But I thought they just had some like a gallery.
Oh, still got.
I thought they had a gallery. Just showed you the shop.
There's only one.
Huh.
So evidently,
Go to their homepage.
No, it's not. There's no.
Self-esteem. So.
Anyway, yeah, if you go there, they do have their own YouTube channel as well, and on their YouTube channel they've got the owner shooting his machine guns. He just found himself a rare Russian.
What the fuck? How do you block people?
Dude, boot him.
I'm trying. I guess I don't know how to. I'm hitting block and he keeps showing back up. So okay, sorry YouTube people. I guess I don't know. Try and figure it out.
Want me to turn on the cameras? Well, guys, we have a special treat for you.
I don't know how well I can fan them out in this angle.
Couldn't be worse.
Horrible. We got these Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West.
Okay, Bob, are you looking at the page? Bob?
You put them make sure
Is that the homepage channel?
Yeah, that's the homepage. What you're looking at right now. That's the
When you
bottom.
go look up on the top, it says homepage. No.
Yes. And then now we're at the top.
Okay, and it says.
Put them out. We're gonna fan, especially if it's the wrong way.
Yeah.
The guns are on this side.
I mean, the only other thing is there's a newsletter.
No. And look at view more in the videos.
No, there's only these three right now.
Oh, nothing else comes up when you look at view more.
No, there is no view more option on this screen. I'm sure they have.
Go up a little bit. Go up a little bit.
Okay.
Right next to where it says videos, it says view more.
Yep. Okay, I found it.
We were trying to fan him out. Here, let's give us a second.
Wait, are we doing the cards or the gun shop? What the heck's going on here?
Well, both.
I'm all out of order.
I have stuff like inside John's den, and then
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
guns in here.
Those are bad.
Waiting for my internet to speed up.
I got 2 decks of those.
Can't see the one yet.
That's more than that.
Got all the bits.
So I was thinking,
And we have target systems, night vision, night sight, loophole tracker, ATN Site 3. We have X Metal, whatever that is. Daniel Defense. Boss Weapons Clearing System.
Huh. So they have a bunch of stuff there. That's cool.
Well, Bob is looking for evidently one in particular, and I don't know which one that is.
Oh no. Well, oh, there, where he's got his Vickers K gun.
Okay, this
War,
one here.
you don't look at your card for war. You throw it down randomly.
Bob, is this the one you want?
Well, no, it's that's just where he's one of the ones where he's shooting his machine gun. So like we can have machine guns here in Canada.
Well, you guys need to play war then.
Oh, is that
If
how
I
that
could
works?
poke you in the eye right now, I would.
All right.
All right. So
But no,
that
I
was
thought
the
there was
gun
one
shop of the day.
interior of the shop. Okay, but never mind. I guess if not, but that's the shop of the day. For anyone else, I don't know if anybody can put that link out that I put to their webpage, but this is just a great shop that you wouldn't expect to see in Canada. You wouldn't expect to find in Canada, and you know,
What's his?
this goes to show that firearms are loved here just as much as in America.
Oh, I got you.
It's true. We have just as many per capita.
I find that hard to believe, but okay. I guess you only have 5 people who live there, though.
Now we have 35 million, and we have on average probably more firearms than you guys do. So
But that kid, there's no way. You can't just be saying stuff like that. There's no way that's true.
it is true. It's easily true.
There's no way that's true because everyone always talks about how America has the most guns per capita and all this stuff. And
But they don't. Everybody just assumes they do. They don't actually.
Told you I have
There's
a
a couple
crack
of countries that have more.
Come on.
I just restarted. The same freaking thing. If you like touch it, you're in freaking call.
Mine does that too. And then even if you X out of it, it still keeps playing on it. And you have to just restart the entire phone.
so I think we lost our other 4 hosts there. What, you bore them with the Canadian gun shop or what?
I must have.
I guess so.
I see.
So the U.S. has 100. Hang on a second, Dan. I'm sorry, but it's pissed me off here. So the U.S. has 112.6 guns per 100 residents, and Canada has 30.8.
We're back.
You are 12th
Yeah, but
in
that's
the
because
world.
their numbers are wrong because they're basing those numbers on the Canadian Rifle Registry. Now, when the government told everybody they had to register their rifles, guess how many people did?
And you don't think that kind of stuff happens in the U.S. too?
Like,
that's
yeah, but
probably
you know
low
what?
also. But anyways, we can keep going.
We'll have this conversation later, Smeggy.
That's fine.
On a night.
I have no problem with you being
Good.
wrong later.
I'm not looking at them.
I love this. They're playing cards with the cards, or what are they doing?
Now they're
Playing
just
with
looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at them.
Well, it's
I still
these
like the
guys-
concept of caliber war.
Yeah, we were just playing war, except with the calibers instead of the numbers on the cards.
Oh, cool.
So whoever has the 9mm wins. Is that what you're saying?
Auto lose. There should. I hope there's no 9mm in this deck.
It'd be pretty rare. That's what I'm saying. That you automatically win if you get one.
It'd be about the same as the 38 special. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you're stretching it, Bob.
No. 38 special back in those days, it was probably weaker than a modern 9mm.
Every American, we've got Jimmy James and Heavy B. And we're checking out the Old West gun deck.
You know, somebody's trying to make a video while they're in a video.
I know. Well, he's live, right? Like he's getting paid, and then he's doing his own shit. I don't know if that's legal.
we'll allow it since they, you know,
Like, yeah, since he gets,
they're really cool cards, so we'll allow it.
yeah, and he gets paid as much as we do. So.
But I think we can at least move on to our last topic of the day, which is events. And we get those from gunchannels.com.
I've got one while you're looking for them there. Tonight I'll be on the We Like Shooting show, which airs sometime after this one later on this evening. So hopefully I'll be able to get back to the computers by then, and then I'll be telling them about the decks and gun channels and the show and everything else.
Yeah, we did mention that, I think, already.
Yeah, we did mention that earlier, but that's awesome. That's 9 o'clock Eastern is when they do it. So an hour and a half from now.
Oh, there you go.
Just so you know, G-Webs, hour and a half. Get your battery charged up. But all right. So, anyways, you can go to basically any page on Gun Channels. You go up to the top, and underneath resources, you click on Firearms Calendar, and this will bring up an event. You know, all the events, and you can add ones, and you can look at ones, and RSVP to them, all that kind of stuff. And I encourage people to do that, even for local gun shows or like whatever. You know, that we have a lot of the big ones on here, but if more people use it, there might be more opportunities to like meet up with other people, or maybe someone doesn't know that something's going on this weekend.
That's what the clean is made of, they say. Like it's a barrel shrouded in that rubber.
I just feel like there's somebody mumbling in the background, mumbling.
Yeah, they don't like us anymore, I guess.
Making a video, yeah, that's okay.
So, anyways, I'm just gonna plow through it and pretend like this is going
go.
smoothly. So,
Bad. We're running about in just under an hour. So, I mean, we're doing good.
Yeah, and we did start earlier today so that G-Webs would have more time to get back home or whatever. Okay, so June 23rd. Yeah, that's fine. June 23rd, salute to the Buffalo Soldiers Days. I think that's up in Tombstone or something. I think G-Webs has talked about that in the past. June 24th, the Oklahoma Full Auto Shoot and Trade Show. That seems pretty cool. Oh, wow, there's a big jump. Then the Outdoor Retailer Show on July 26th.
Ooh.
Trigicon, as some people like to say, more accurately called TriggerCon, is July 27th. I know that's out in Washington.
No, so nobody wants to go to that.
I guess not. I don't know. I do think some of the Gun Channels guys are going to that. I had wanted to go to that, but it's looking like I'm probably not going to make it. There's maybe a 5 to 10% chance I'll still be able to go, but it'll basically be last minute. If I do end up going, I'll just have to do something last minute. So maybe there, may not. I think Scotty's up that way. I know Marco and Pink were planning on going. And there's probably some other people that will head that way.
Washington State?
Yes, Washington State.
Okay. Marco's on the other end of the country.
I know. He's traveling there. Also is Pink, who's from Ohio. But then September 9th is the Bullpup Shoot. I think is that the one that's the one out in Illinois?
Yep.
I believe so.
One Dan is to go to.
Yeah, I think he's required by contract to go to that one.
No, he was told that last year and he didn't go.
And
I think there's repercussions.
Tell me it's my last strike and I'm going to get kicked out.
That's all right. We'll just give you a demerit. I mean, you can still afford to get a few more, so you're okay.
No gold star for you this week.
Well, no, that's in September. He's got plenty of time to figure it out.
That's true.
I don't want to go.
Well, then don't. That's fine. Whatever. I might go to that one, but who cares? I guess you don't want to come hang out with me.
Maggie.
The Texas International Firearm Festival, September 30th. And then I think probably the most important thing on this list, the Gun Rights Policy Conference, October 1st. And that is in Texas. I believe it's in Dallas. So that one's a really cool event that I think if you care about the rights and, you involved in Every Second Matters and you nerd out on some of the laws and the, Supreme Court cases and all that stuff, this is basically all of the heavy hitters from lobbyists to state level groups to anyone that has to do with laws and court cases and all that stuff. They all get together and kind of compare notes, give little speeches, what they did, what they're planning on doing, successes, failures. It's a good way to, get the left hand knowing what the right hand's doing, And the past couple of years, it has been streamed live, but a couple years ago it was really good. Last year, it wasn't as good, internet wise. So I think it's better just to go there in person. And I'm going to leave some of the other ones off since they're like in October. So I don't know. We'll cover them next week. We can go further out. But yeah, please, guys, add some stuff in here because I think this has been the same list it has been for a while now.
Yeah. Well, some of the events don't get canceled, so it's not like they're disappearing except for when they occur.
Yeah, they don't have to be big national events either. If you've got a local gun show or something like that going on in your area, put it in there because you never know who might read it and go, I'll be traveling through there. So opportunity, for somebody who might not have known about something. There's been lots of places I went through and then found out like a week later, oh, there was a big gun show there. And it was, well, I didn't see any signs, you're just traveling. So I don't know. And I always remember when you're traveling, bring a windbreaker.
Oh, Bob, I could punch you right in the nose.
Why? You don't like windbreakers or something, Dano? You don't have to do it right now.
Take your time. Get to your hole in the ground for shelter. Bob,
Oh my God, Dano.
It's a Canadian wipeout. That's right. It's time for the Tactical Pop Quiz. And today we have a interesting question that was sent in, I believe, by Angry American. So thank you, Angry, for being out there and sending in the quiz.
And if he was still in the chat, you could tell him in person, thank you. But I see that they dropped out.
All of his gun-fangled friends that he has participated in, thanks. And if you want to help us out on the Daily Gun Show with the Tactical Pop Quiz, send your questions and answers to dailygunshow@gmail.com. So, Smeggy, have you had a chance to take a look on the new schedule for the answer? His answer?
I have seen the answer.
We're looking for a make and model.
Both things, make and model.
Make and model.
Both, not just one.
Yeah, correct. All in the
So
same line.
Dano, you want the make and the model of it?
Okay,
Both?
somebody mute Bob. All right, I'll say the question twice. And again, it was sent in by Angry. What revolver was used in the assassination attempt of President Ronald Reagan? Once again, what revolver was used in the assassination attempt of Ronald Reagan? Dun, dun, dun,
Didn't do very well.
Man, I don't know if these guys are way behind or something, but I didn't even see people saying 42 yet.
Wowzers, that's bad.
Okay, they are hearing us out there, but come on, guys, let's see some answers. Nope. There it is, right there. Pink Panther.
Oh, Pink got it? Good for him.
Yeah.
I'll bet he doesn't own one.
Congratulations. And the answer we were looking for, which I'm assuming he gave us, was indeed the ROM RG-14. Was used in the attempted assassination of President Ronald Reagan. So congratulations, Pink. You are today's Tactical Pop Quiz winner. Head on over to dailygunshow.com/pop quiz. Fill out the form so we can keep track of who are the most regular winners, who's number one, who's number two, who's number three. And congratulations, Pink.
Yep, by completely smoking Sean Ponery by like 20 minutes, you got your answer in before him. He's so slow. But by doing that, that makes you the tactical hot the day.
Well, that was well done, Smeggy.
That actually hurt my throat.
He's probably been working out.
Yep, I do always stretch my vocal cords before I do that. So everyone worried that I'm injured. I am not. I am a professional.
You do this for a living.
Not very well of a living, but I guess.
That's good. Oh, what was? Oh, I know there was something on something.
Was there something else on there? Gun of the day we haven't done yet.
Right, and it's this. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what the gun of the day is. It's the Swiss ZFK 55 sniper rifle in 7.5 by 5.5. Now, I just found this by off chance and thought, oh man, that is a cool looking bolt action sniper rifle. And from what I can read about it, I've never seen one or handled one. It looks like it would be a super fast because it's the Swiss straight pull design, but it's a specifically set up sniper rifle for the Swiss military. And yeah, it looks right badass. Imagine that thing, that straight bolt. You don't have any of those actions, and it's just that's a good caliber. That's gonna kick ass. So I think that makes a really cool gun of the day. Sorry, I don't have any pictures.
Well, that's what I'm just pulling up here. I just image searched it or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So I should be screen sharing here. Oh yeah, it's got you got the little thingy over here. And you just go bloop bloop, just straight back.
Yep. Yeah, straight pull. Yeah, that's actually a really neat design.
It's definitely more intuitive. It's backwards, forwards, kind of like a shotgun.
Yeah, almost like a shotgun, except it's a bolt handle. The Ross rifle uses as well. There was some other German and Swiss rifles that used it. It's basically, as you pull it back, it rotates the bolt and unlocks it. So, it works really well.
So, since it is a Swiss-made rifle, did the Swiss sell any of their rifles to other countries?
Yeah, they
during
did.
That time?
Yeah, they sold the guns, they sold designs, but a lot of countries went, that's too complicated. Because it was. I mean, think of that. Straight bolt design is more complicated than just a regular bolt action.
So, was it not used in World War II?
Well, the Swiss used it, I think, near the end.
Well, the Swiss weren't in World War II.
Well, they had to defend their borders. They actually shot down both American and German aircraft, and
they were not actively engaged.
Defending their borders, they were actively engaged. So, yes, it was used in World War II. So there.
No.
Yeah, you're wrong. No. Technically, I'm right. That's all that counts.
Bob.
But anyway, it's a good rifle. Plus now. And like I said, that's a good caliber. 7.5 by 5.5 is a, almost a 30-06 basically. So it's got some real punch and good long range ability. So interesting rifle, I thought, and when I saw it, I thought that would make a good gun of the day. So that's why it is. It's the gun of the day. So where are we at now?
That finishes up the show.
Okay.
I guess they got kicked out at Cracker Barrel there, so
yeah, probably.
Yeah. Now I have the bitter end of the show. Bob, did you do your part today?
Get a quote?
You have two jobs here on the show.
I barely got home in time to actually, unless I put a quote in from last week or something. Let me check. Because no, it looks like I didn't put a quote. What? Where's the quotes? Oh, there. No, I didn't put one in. Nope, I slipped today. But I was talking to my banker. I just got home in time to get online and start the show.
That sounds more
unlike
like
someone else
than anything else.
So I can do one. I'll just do one. Yeah. We want to just end we're at the point where we're just going to end the show now.
I think so. We don't have anything else.
Hold on a second.
Oh,
I've
Dano's
posted
got.
it in
Oh, because I just went and grabbed. Okay.
Well, go ahead and just
I guess that's.
read the script.
Jeez, I got to read what you wrote. Oh crap! I closed that window. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Oh my God, I could read it myself.
No, but you don't do it right. You don't sound right when you read the quote. Plus, I'm smoother at it. What can I say? Anyway, this is the point where we like to end the show. We're so professional. But it's an important part of the show, I think, because what we do in the show is we try to talk to people about firearms and show them that they're okay and there's nothing wrong with them, and we know that people like to listen to people talk about guns because we do. So it's really a show for ourselves, but hopefully a lot of people agree and like what we're doing.
It's not a show for ourselves. It's for all of our awesome listeners that love us very much, and we love them.
But it's for our listeners, yes, because they're much like us. So anyway, God, you're annoying, Smeggy.
Just read the damn quote, Bob.
No, I want everybody to thumbs up, share, and like this video. The Constitution shall never be construed to prevent the people of the United States who are peaceable citizens from keeping their own arms. Wait, did you put in who that quote was by? I should know it. I think I've used it before, but Washington, maybe. Anyway, thanks everybody.
Someone said it.
Who?
I said someone said it.
Oh.
Guys and gals at gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class.
See you, everybody.
And carry every day. Thanks for watching gunwebsites.com.